Hey everybody, Old Man Alchemist here. I used the pilot to fly me to Arrakeen. Um, I'm almost ready to leave Haga Basin. I wonder if I bring up the map what it's going to show. Well, this is what it's going to show. Okay, so all kinds of lands red vendor, weapons merchant, guild bank, Chome Exchange, Central Plaza, Solution Bowl, barkeep, exit, scrap trader, vehicle vendor. Must be this guy over here. Yeah, well, you're behind the counter, aren't you? Alright, let's see.
Hey there. What do you need? What's it to you?
Let's see.
Technical manuals, mostly. I got them dating back to the 8000s. It's kind of a hobby. Other than that, there's a few moldy old tomes my father kept around before he croaked. Just your bog-standard restricted list stuff he kept around for thrills. My father loved to get deep into a Samuda haze and pontificate about the legitimacy of Imperial authority. Tell the Akazis that. You know what they did to the families of the rebels after the insurrection was put down? While the insurrection failed, the rebels were well dug in. It would have cost the Emperor a lot in troops and resources to clear them out. But the old Duke Paulus Atreides, who had answered the Emperor's call to help destroy the rebels, had a better idea. Leto's father, Duke Paulus Atreides. You know, he was famously killed in a bullfight. It was all over the Communinet. Anyhow, Duke Paulus had the bright idea to offer amnesty to any insurrectionists who agreed to unconditional surrender. Enough of the rebels believed in the myth of Atreides' integrity to take the old Duke up on his offer. Of course, the Emperor at the time, Shaddam's father, Elrond, waited until Duke Paulus and his forces withdrew before exacting revenge. Elrond quietly deployed a Sardaukar legion to round up the families of the rebels and order them all burned alive, man, woman, and child. To hide his crime, Elrond ordered their ashes to be mixed with sculptor's clay and formed into a statue of himself raising his sword in victory. I guess that's what questioning authority gets you.
Wow. Okay.
If range is what you're after, nothing's going to beat an ornithopter, but you already knew that. What you're going to need to do to maximize your range is to find the perfect balance between fuel capacity, consumption, and storage. We're not talking about a gunship. You're not going to want to weigh yourself down with heavy weapon pods.
Okay.
You trying to catch something, or avoid getting caught? If evasion is your main game, then it's all about maneuverability. No one's saying that a sandbike is faster than a buggy or a thopter. But a sandbike can go a bunch of places 4 wheels and 4 wings can't. There's a reason the Kirab boost sandbikes before anything else.
Okay. Wow, look at these prices. Oh, that's a unique schematic, that's why. That's not too much cheaper. Okay. Well, it's good to come and see what's... Wow. You know, I don't know why it says 25 here. Because, maybe that's what she has in stock. Alright. Let's see. What does this guy have?
Oh, hey there, friend. Looking for anything special? As always, the war is a blessing and a curse. A blessing because all the fighting provides my family with fodder to salvage. But also a curse because so many dead, so many gone before their time, and all because of a noble squabble. I know, and it's a shame. Born into a devil's choice if there ever was one. Die in the mines digging blue obsidian, or on some hell world in a war for some nobles neither you nor anyone you know has ever met. I thought we had a chance when that pretty young Atreides' daughter was going to wed the Harkonnen boy. Of course, the Harkonnen boy was a perfect beast and beheaded a bunch of slaves in her name. Oh, yeah. I heard it live on the Communinet. It was a disaster. As if any poor girl would like a gift of severed heads. Imagine, had he just bought the girl a fire opal, we might have avoided years of war.
Okay, I don't think it must have been tough when you first arrived. There are no tombs to rob on Arrakis. That's somewhat confrontational.
Excellent.
What's special in
Oh,
your
you
inventory?
know, we're always coming across one weird thing or another in the Badlands. Just the other week, my youngest Sally tracked a resupply shuttle from Karana 3. Guess it wandered off the safe descent corridor and took a missile head in the business end. Oh, Arrakeen Spaceport maintains a patrolled safe corridor for passenger shuttles and transports to reach the ground safely. Both the Harkonnen and Atreides respect the corridor, but outlaws, not so much. I guess that's why they're called outlaws. Oh, you know, the usual wreckage bric-a-brac. Engine parts, a bunch of spacecraft-grade flex panels. Oh, and an intact 12 series Ixion control switch. The 12 series is very desirable because it was the last series manufactured before that unfortunate business with the invasion of Ix and all that. Oh, of course we do. They're going to take over the business one day, and they go out with their folks just like me and Finn did when we were kids. That's how Finn and me know each other. We come from old tomb-robbing stock on Hagel. Both his folks and my folks.
Okay, so I guess now we can
we
ask.
had Finn's father to thank for that. You see, Finn's father, not so good at respecting the boundaries. And in the tomb-robbing game, that can get ya. Turns out, he broke into the wrong family crypt. Didn't do the proper research first, or he would have known the crypt belonged to the kind of family with a rep to protect. The kind of family with the clout to make those who cross them pay. Anyhow, next thing you know, we're getting hunted down one by one, and Finn and me just lit out of there. Bought a first-class ticket on a Highliner to the farthest place we could afford. That's excellent.
Sync chart. Okay, she's got the same stuff as Haga Basin, same price. Range finder. Gun parts, okay, so I guess that's for scope. 5,000 apiece. Ouch. Yowza. Alright, let's see what's up here. I guess this is the bank. No, this is the exchange. Let's see. Fuel cells. Huh, nobody's selling any of that. Guess they haven't, raw resources. Huh, they got agave seeds here. All right.
Welcome. Would you like to deposit or withdraw Solaris?
Huh. So I can put a nice volume in there. Yep. Channel Exchange, Go Bank. Weapons Merchant. Central Plaza. I'm in the Central Plaza. Just got a point.
Yeah, what's your pleasure? You looking to stab, perforate or vaporise? Tactical or fanatical, we have the tools to suit your every murder need, my friend. Are you looking for a general combat blade or something smaller that fits between the shoulder blades? A knife, huh? Can't ever go wrong with the Cho mouth of Pattendirk, aka the Slig Sticker. The boot knife of choice for both Atreides and Harkonnen officers. Your hand'll break before the blade does. You looking to kill something up close or from afar? You're looking for a long gun then. Don't worry, got you covered. Course it depends on the distance you want to keep. If you're dealing with a basic room clearing situation with multiple targets, the GRDA 44, that's gonna be your best friend. It's a high spread scattergun that'll turn a room of soft targets into a sticky pink mist. With the 44, you're guaranteed to be the last heart beating in the room. But if we're talking run and gunning in the Badlands, you're gonna want to maximise range and firepower. For that, Chom has us covered once again with the Raptor 4 main battle rifle. Everyone knows the Raptor 3 as the long gun that put down the Akazi revolt, but Chom engineers have redesigned the platform from stock to muzzle. And now the Raptor 4 is the absolute pinnacle of accuracy, durability, and kill power. But don't take my word for it. Ask the Fremen. Oh wait, you can't, because they're all dead. But if they weren't, they tell you the Raptor 4 was battle tested right here on Arrakis. So, if it's good enough for the Sardaukar, it's sure as hell good enough for you. The Padishah Emperor is his proper address, I'll thank you. Or His Imperial Excellency, in the improbable event he was to grace you with his presence somehow. But in answer to your question, the portrait of the Emperor is both an icon and a metaphor. It reminds us that while the Emperor cannot be in all places beneath his gazer is. And why not? The enemies of the Imperium are legion. They gather in the shadows to plot the downfall of all that is right and good. Only the Emperor and his god-benighted Sardaukar Legion stand in opposition. The Fremen savage dared to challenge the might of the Imperium, and look what happened to them.
Okay. $59,000. Huh. $87. Youch. Starburst. Scattergun. Okay. Huh. That's not a bad price. 64.3. I wish I had I might have to buy that. But I gotta be able to get home, and I'm not sure if I have enough.
101.9 FM, the voice of the sands. Your trusted voice in the tumultuous sands of Arrakis.
My apologies, but I am authorized to trade only with those favored by the Lensred decree.
From the halls of the governor's palace to the deepest Fremen sietches, power is shifted.
Sorry, but I may only trade with those who bear the decree of the land.
Atreides' ascendancy.
Okay, well, that takes care of that. They're not going to talk to me. Where am I? Looks like they're repairing stuff. Nope, not letting me through. Okay. What is this? I have no idea. Looks like the Warrens.
Greetings. May the tyrant worm bless you. May your fluids honor him. May we all be drained of doubts and the poisons of a sick society.
Okay, yeah, she's a strange one. down here. Abandoned Arrakeen Valley. Not getting through there. Alright. What do we have over here? Can we talk to this guy? No. Can we talk to anybody here? No. Okay, we want to turn back around because we want to go to that Duncan Dojo thing. Duncan's Dojo. Okay. Getting my yeah. Why is there? Oh, this is that thing. All right.
Keep your distance. We can converse at arm's length. What do you want?
All right, so yeah, I guess he's the only one we can
You
talk to.
again? What now? In this terminally dull exchange? Or here at the Treasury? I suppose the answer is the same to both questions. Not that it's any of your business. But it is a matter of public record. I am the 5th son of Graf Heino Flaxenrad of the Alpha Hydrae Flaxenrads. Doubtless you've heard of us. We are a prominent house minor in the Carina orbit. But while it's true that I was afforded every advantage, certain expectations are placed upon the shoulders of every young scion. Especially if you're not firstborn or grandnephew of the Emperor. You are still expected to find a way to serve your family before father cuts you off. And regrettably, the best appointments are long since handed out by the time it gets to son number 5. By then, all that's left is finance or, perish the thought, a commission in the House Guard. A fate worse than death. But at least I'm not a girl. Nothing is wrong with them, you cretin. But when it comes to serving your family, it is much worse to be a daughter than even a 9th or 10th son. The lucky ones are married off or shipped off to the mother house on Wallach 9. Otherwise, it's the Imperial Knitting League or a tower somewhere with a lot of cats. Besides suffering this audience with you... Oh, you really expected an answer. I am the Imperial Treasurer here in Arrakeen. As such, it is my sworn duty to receive, count, and convey His Imperial Highness's right and proper incomes. How would I know? It seems my lot in life is to stand here and be interrogated by nitwits. As unbelievable as it may be, His Imperial Highness has yet to consult me on allocating his vast income. But I would definitely advise him that his treasury officers could use improved security. There's entirely too much riffraff getting in.
All right, so... yeah, I want to... Oh, there's a spice merchant there, too. There's a House Verota representative. I'm not in a guild, so... this must be the House Verota representative.
Greetings. I trust I need no introduction. You may tell your chums that you have met a god, for you have been in the presence of Hildebor Desio. Heresy! Is it possible, however astoundingly improbable, that you have not heard the name of the legendary Hildebor Desio? Acclaimed leggero tenor, beloved raconteur, a name both whispered in hushed reverence and shouted in exalted joy as the crowd begs for another encore. Come now, I am the poet laureate of the known universe. The mind reels. But rather than tarnish this moment with my ego's righteous wrath, let us instead celebrate an end to your ignorance.
She's full of herself.
Listen now to the words of Hildebor Desio. We are the musician kings and queens. Our voices cause even the mute vacuum of space to quake. From our beauteous homeworld of Chusuk, we cultivate an oasis for the arts, culture, and learning. Our history is relatively short, yet grand. Our founder, Francesco Verota, raised us from humble instrument makers to a minor house under Padishah Emperor Almarak III. We arrested the Siridar earldom of Chusuk from House Mandervold in the 9th millennium. We seized the day. We charmed destiny itself. Your conclusion is as accurate as it is understated. You simply must experience our history in long-form poetry. Prose does not suffice.
Alright, well, I got some codex thing unlocked. Imperial Consulate. I'm back in Central Plaza. I'm gonna go up here. And this place is kinda huge. Well, we have not been down here yet. I wonder what's going on. And nobody's doing anything. Nobody's talking. Okay, these people are upset about something.
Welcome. How may I assist you? Of course. Wait a moment. Is this a test? Is corporate checking up on me? Are you with the Committee on Interstellar Traffic and Trade? Or did Lady Neveldine put you up to this? Are you sure? I think you have to identify yourself if asked directly. I've heard tales of Division checking up on vendors, pretending to be punters. Everything is in order. You can check the books. Bring in the bloody Mentat auditors if you like. You sell yourself short, friend. Why merely survive? Why settle for subsistence when you can positively thrive and master your environment? I'm glad you asked. Of course, the answer is very simple. The key to mastering your environment is CHO. Our engineers have created the most portable, adaptable, and malleable construction system in the known universe. Our designs are informed by nearly 10 millennia of planetological data, drawn from both Imperial and Old Empire sources. To begin with, our proprietary holographic construction visualizer allows users to preview building sections at full scale and in real time. It means you can custom fit your building layout to suit any terrain configuration. It means you can build anywhere. That, in combination with our Procyon 2 series Frontier modules, provides our users with every requirement of contemporary wilderness living.
Okay, let's see. What does he have here? Wow. Calibrated Servoc and complex machinery. Okay, thank you, sir. This person's selling something.
You're not from around here. But then again, who among us really is? We all come to Arrakeen for the same reason. Spice. Have you come for the spice?
Guess this is the spice merchant.
No one knows everything about Melange. Well, except for the Equan Bedouin, maybe. But they're gone now. After 30+ years running ornithopter support for deep desert harvesters, I know a thing or two. B Squadron, 1st Fleet, 3rd Deep Desert Fleet. They called us the Habanaya Hotheads. Our job was to fly high, search for worm sign, and give the command deck heads up before the old man arrived. The old man of the desert, aka the Maker, aka the Great Sandworm. You know, the 500-meter-long behemoths that haunt the sands of Arrakis and devour everything they come across. Danger don't cover it. If the worms don't get you, the sandstorms will. And if the sandstorms don't get you, the heat surely will. The deep desert is no place for amateurs. I'm retired now. Seemed like a good time to get out after Windsack. That's when everything got a little too political for my tastes. The Spice Miners Guild should be above politics. We serve the Imperium. Our only loyalty should be to the spice flow itself. But like everything else, this war has a way of dividing loyalties, making people take sides. I know someone's got to win in the end. I guess the guild is just a little divided over who that should be. The smugglers. Easy. You know the old saying, the spice must flow. Anytime there's even a slight hiccup in the spice flow, the Spacing Guild melts down. They'll do anything to guarantee their supply of melange. Sometimes that means going around a chum and finding an off-book vendor. That's where the smugglers come in. They love this war. Chaos is their oxygen.
Yeah, smugglers have to be the third faction.
It was time for a change, I suppose. Did a little horse trading and got myself an ornithopter. Now I run Dune Riders, a charter service offering ornithopter excursions to the deep deserts. I'm expensive, but I'm also the only charter service that guarantees worm sign. You pay the ticket, I'll show you the biggest you ever seen. I'll show you 14.5 million tons of mouth and teeth that'll swallow a 6-deck factory harvester like a sandstorm swallows a fart. My friend, we will gaze into the eye of the Leviathan and see if that bastard don't look back. What do you want to know? I like you, Off-Worlder. And I'll tell you anything and everything you want to know about spice hunting. On that subject, I've forgotten more than most will ever know. But indulge an old Dune man first, if you would. An air of mystery surrounds you, Off-Worlder. It clings to you like a shroud. And the old snoop in me can't help but wonder how it is that you came to Arrakis. An amazing tale, but there must be more. Please, don't hold back.
See, I'm not sure. Should we tell him everything? Well, what the hell?
Now, do you wish to know about spice hunting? Safety is an illusion. The only true way to protect your hide in the spice fields is to know without a doubt that you are never safe. Whether it's the worms, the storms, or the desert itself, death awaits around every turn. Now, do you wish to know about spice hunting? You can find spice almost anywhere on Arrakis. But the largest and richest spice fields are found in the deep deserts, far beyond the Imperial sphere. Take care before traveling beyond the shield wall. Even without the Fremen, There are many dangers that would destroy the unprepared spice hunter. Now, do you wish to know? In the guild, we had mobile ground units dedicated to the job. They would range ahead of the factory harvester and extend probes to scrape deep sand samples. When they encountered a buried spice vein or pre-spice mass, they measured the find, mapped it, and called in the mothership. It's an organic mass that forms when small amounts of water mix with the excretions of baby sandworms. The combination is highly combustive and builds pressure until it reaches critical mass. And then, boom. The subterranean mass explodes with incredible force, sending geysers of spice hundreds of meters into the air.
Why did it have me go down that, make that choice about being elusive or telling him everything, and then I get no kind of payoff from it? I don't know. Wonder if that's going to come back to bite me in the arse. Wow. Who's this guy?
Sook! My friend, you buy some water. Are you kidding me? Am I wearing a red hat? Do I look like an imperial translator to you? It means water in the old words. Exactly whose old words I cannot say. Now buy something or piss off. Who am I? Who are you? Do you work for the sheriff or something? Why are you asking questions? If you must know, I am a water seller. Daimo Sharawi, Master and Gold Dipper, First Class. A title, an honorific. It means I am a brother in good standing with the United Water Sellers Guild. Now, are you going to buy something? Or are you wasting my time?
Wow, cup of water, 100 slaughter. Okay. What do we have? We didn't do the residency. We'll run down there later. Where the hell is this? Solution Bolt. I miss somebody.
Oi, is there something you need?
I guess not.
Yes, may I help you? Were you born under a rock? My 2-year residency at the Crystal Terrace on Kaitane is the stuff of legend. Synthesia Ray and the dulcet tones, come on! I am the #1 most requested singer on Atreides radio, and I'm told my Hello Boys hologram flickers above every bunk in the Duneman fleet. I perform here, if that is what you're asking.
I am currently in an exclusive engagement as the headliner here at the Seleucid Bull. Then I can wrestle the stage away from Gurney Halleck, that is.
Who's this guy?
Who are you?
Curious, very curious. Your deduction that I can offer this training is accurate. However, I compute your mind is not ready for such rigors. Mentats make mistakes, but not often. This conversation is terminated.
All right. Is there a Bene Gesserit around here, or planetologists? Probably in the residence thing. All right, let's see. Yeah, I guess we gotta try going back towards the residency. Here's this spinning thing. This guy's begging. Okay. That's the bank thing. Am I going the right way? Yeah. Alright. Holy smoke. Hey, those are those palm trees. Look like they've seen better days. Nobody's taking care of them.
You strike me as someone with something to offer the great House Wallach. I have a sense for these things.
I'm not interested in that right now. There's something over here. I don't know what. I think this is the Atreides recruiter. Yep. I'm not interested in that right now. These guys are just looking. Alright. I don't think I can get over here. Sure can't. Well, I didn't find a Bene Gesserit here. Wow, look at this. We got these people. Oh, there's the guy doing the water thing. Alright. Oh, there's a Muad'Dib. These folk are upset. Yeah, I have no idea where if she's here. Where'd she be? That's not her. Who's this guy?
Say, stranger, how about staking a broken down old trooper to a Solari or two? Promise I won't spend it on Samuda. Okay, if I'm being honest, I actually will spend it on Samuda, but don't let that put you off. My life is already a pile of greasy spice shit. You can't make it any worse, I promise. And I want a shipping container packed with fresh Akazi white. Sometimes life ain't fair. What? Yeah, well, technically, I don't give a shit what color it is unless you have some. Then, we can do a case study. Otherwise, pound sand. What's it to you, stranger? You one of those Zen Buddhist monks come to wash the feet of the poor? 'Cause I don't let anyone touch my feet. Ask Gurney Halleck what happened last time. You ask Gurney Halleck. I'm sure the bruises have healed. I know they fixed all the windows. I don't know you well enough. Lest you ask a lot of questions, stranger. I'll tell you what Fenring's file says. Name, Kara Volk. Homeworld, some shithole no one's heard of. Father was a gifted woodworker, renowned in local systems until a rejected apprentice slaughtered him with a 12mm twist auger. Devastated, the young Volk hunted down her father's killer to return the auger to its rightful owner through the left eye socket. I thought stabbing him through the eye was a kindness, although the local magistrate didn't agree. Turned out the apprentice was the bastard of a minor Harkonnen noble. He gave me something better. He gave me the protection of his name, as I took the oath to serve in his house guard. My enlistment papers were adjusted to show I took the oath before my crime instead of after. A small lie, but one that would save my life. No, happy he was not. The only legal recourse left to him was trial by combat with his judicial champion, a 300-pound unwashed behemoth. There was no way my troop was going to allow some hark pig to have his way with me in a duel. So we drugged his ale on the night before. He was so hungover the next day, I made short work of him. there was nothing left to do. With Father gone, my home was with my troop in the House Guard. So I did what every other fresh house recruit did. Kill the enemy, drink beer, and see the universe. I already told you I don't know you well enough.
I'm really hoping to run into a Bene Gesserit trainer, but this has to be another one of those house
Salutations.
things.
What business do you have with House Motelli? My name is Americo Motelli.
I'm not interested in that right now. Alright, well. We've been down there. Yeah, alright, time to go. Yeah. I'll go up here. I don't think so. I have no idea.
Hello. May I help? I am the assistant manager of the Salusan Bull. As such, I have many duties, but I mostly handle security operation and perform also as the wine steward. Not such a strange story. Boy grows up in a vineyard, boy got to fight in off-world wars, and finally boy follows his liege to a desert hell world. A tale as old as time, eh? Si. I served the Duke in the liberation of Ix and the raid on Gidi Prime before my time in the Arrakeen campaign. I don't like to speak about Ix, but I will. For Enzo. My brother. We lose him at the retaking of the Grand Palais. There were two elements in our assault. Gurney Halleck, myself, and the Ixian prince in exile commandeer a suspenser barge and attack the Grand Palais from above. Meanwhile, Swordmaster Idaho, he lead the bulk of the Atreides forces in the main assault on the Palais front gates. Young Enzo was his official messenger boy, and wore the proper tabard to identify him as such, eh? The messengers are unarmed. The messenger tabard is meant to identify and protect its wearer from interference on the battlefield, huh? The forms of Canley are clear on this. But the forms were not obeyed that day. Standing in their way was Commander Kando Garon, and an understrength company of Imperial Sardaukar. The Bene Tlilax who were in disarray. Their authority collapsed entirely as the native Ixians began to rise up. The Sardaukar were outnumbered and had no reason to stay in the fight. Whatever intrigue the Emperor was involved with on Ix had surely been disrupted, if not foiled utterly. But the Sardaukar do not surrender. Nor do they, it turns out, honor the forms of Canly when they are losing. By all account, Enzo was caught by a dying Sardaukar and had his head dashed apart against the ground. I got the taste for killing Sardaukar that day. An appetite I will never satisfy. The War Master, Gunny Halleck. He lead us on a raid against the Baron's secret off-book spice hoard. That one hurt the Baron where it hurt the most. The bottom line. And we all know how extensive the Baron's bottom line is, eh? But the best part was that the Baron could not go crying to the Emperor because his spice hoard was illegal. I'm afraid operational security prevent me from discussing any aspect of the War of Assassin. I do. Of course I do. Marlito Atreides does not seek his vassals' love, only their loyalty and respect. And that might be why he is so loved. He cares more about doing the right thing than pleasing anyone, the Emperor included.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to let me go over this. Oh, yes it did. Okay, it's the Bene Gesserit.
Welcome to the Matador Room. I am your host, Master Chim. The Arrakeen jurisdiction ends at the top of the stairs. Beyond that line, there is only one rule. Mine. Behave and have a good time. Misbehave, and I ring the bell twice. The first bell summons Ugo. The second calls a stretcher. Now, what are you having? It means the Matador Room is my sovereign ground. I hold sway here. Even the Duke respects that arrangement. It was a condition of my employment. Welcome back.
Okay. Same stuff. Come on, where is...
A good evening to you. It is evening, isn't it? Oh yes, well, while I do steer the wheel of many massive business ventures, my true skill and calling is in carousing.
Why is this person speaking with us? Portafoy, would you remove them from my sight? Wait. Portafoy, disregard last order. We must not physically harm the peasants. I can already hear grandmother's lecture in my head. Oof. It appears that now that I am Imperial Planetologist, it is unseemly to harm the paws, even just for fun. Very well, what do you want? What a delightful topic of conversation. Perhaps you are worthy of dallying in my presence, at least for a little longer. I am Cyprian Io, Imperial Planetologist, as appointed by our Padishah Emperor. I have, after years of hardship, risen to my rightful station. Hard indeed. My elder brother, the Narduke of our family, was favored. He spent all of his time at the capital, while I was kept at our estate. Kept from the sphere of politics, held apart from my true calling. Instead, I was sent the finest tutors and scholars to teach me. Were you not paying attention? I just explained the hardship. Oh, that's a story. He was my kidnapper. He and his gang of Opician thugs stalked and took me from my room at the academy. I was but a tadpole at 8 years old. I simply identified Portafoy as the dominant of his species and negotiated with him to betray the rest of his motley crew and take me home. He's been with me ever since. My credentials? My birthright is the only credential I need, Paul. I am grandnephew to the Padishah Emperor Shaddam Corino IV. I could have Portafoy kill you right here in the open, and nothing would be done about it. Well, that's not completely true. Someone would have to clean you up. No, I didn't say that. Don't put words in my mouth. Did Fenrig put you up to this? Damn it, he knows I claim no authority here.
All right, and we're looking. And we still have no one.
Hello? Are you the server? I would like to change my order. Would you be a dear and see if you could change my beverage order from spiced coffee to tea?
Crazy old lady. And I wanted to see if I could get her to give me some money and then abscond with it. All right, well, planetologist is there, but he didn't offer anything about teaching. Let's just go back up real quick. Maybe we need to ask him a second time or something.
Very well, what do you want? Usually I wake up, have some tea, and stand by as Portafoy ejects whatever riffraff I dragged into bed from the night before. Bless you for that, Portafoy. Of course, that's what you meant. But neither my sexual proclivities nor my professional requirements are any of your business. Why are you harassing me? Portafoy, prepare for action.
Well, that's over. There's nothing back there. All right, so I guess we're going to end this. Not having found the person we were looking for. I just did not find the Bene Gesserit trainer, which is kind of weird. Here's the pilot. Let's go out here for... Uh-oh. Okay. Won't let me go out there. Alright, let's end it here, and see you guys next time.